Now at 5:30, after rounds of winter storms, many sidewalks still snow covered in Lexington. We'll show you how city leaders are trying to fix the problem.
Also on WKYT this morning, a bill that would raise the height requirement for booster seats has passed through a House committee in Frankfort. We'll have the latest coming up.
Well, it's still cold outside, but temperatures are slowly but surely rising each and every model run, which means one thing, something's on the way, and I'll show you that in overnight coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Hello there and good morning. It's so good to have you along on WKYT This Morning. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Another day of cold. I'm sick of it. I don't know about
I think
you.
everybody's kind of the same way. Ready to roll on into spring, and you know we roll into March Sunday, so the timing is here anyway. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris. A little more winter to go, it looks like, though, huh?
That's what it looks like, especially tonight and into tomorrow morning. That's where we get this glancing blow of this snow flying through in the south and southeastern zones. That's because of a winter storm to the south of us. Yes, you heard me right, to the south of us. And actually, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Carolinas will pick up way more snow than we will pick up. You don't see that very often. It's pretty substantial storm that we're going to be dealing with, or they are going to be dealing with, but it will give us a glancing blow, especially the farther south you are. 25 there in Corbin. We're in the 20s elsewhere too. Now we'll start off in the lower 20s, finish off right around freezing. Kind of depends on where you are, upper 20s, lower 30s. Then off into the night. I think it's right around midnight or just before start to see those first flakes in the south, and then it really picks up overnight and into tomorrow morning. I'll show you how much you can expect coming up.
Right, we'll see you then. We thank you.
Many sidewalks and some side streets in Lexington are still snow covered more than a week after storms dumped nearly a foot of snow on the city.
And now many Urban County Council members say it is time to think about changing the city's snow removal plan. The original plan is nearly 30 years old, and some council members say it is not adequate for the amount of snow that Lexington has gotten recently.
The current plan we have may be adequate for just a few inches. But when you look at getting a foot of snow and people can't get out of their neighborhoods, and ice and rain and cold temperatures, all of that plays a factor.
The current plan also calls for fining people who don't shovel sidewalks in front of their homes and businesses. In addition to approving a motion to review the city's snow removal plan, council members also approved additional money to purchase more salt and to pay for more help if needed this coming winter and this winter as we're still wrapping up.
Well, thousands of folks across Kentucky still without water this morning. In Knox County, the water company had multiple water line breaks in an area that's flooded. Workers could not get to repair them until yesterday. The health department and the Red Cross there handed out bottled water to folks who needed it. And in Estill County, emergency management there says 3,200 people are without water. In Clark County, Winchester Municipal Utilities issued a mandatory water conservation order for all customers.
Lexington waste management workers have set a record on the first day of garbage collection since last Monday's storm. City leaders say those workers collected 1.6 million pounds of garbage just on Tuesday alone. That's a record for one day. City leaders say on an average day, workers collect around 600,000 pounds of garbage. Streets and roads workers are helping out by clearing paths on snow-covered streets for the garbage trucks.
Well, weather outside of Commonwealth is still affecting flights here in the Bluegrass. 2 flights headed to Dallas and Charlotte are canceled at Bluegrass Airport. A flight to Dallas and to Atlanta have also been canceled. Many areas across the South are dealing with ice and snow.
Dozens of school districts are closed or delayed this morning. Check the bottom of your screen for the latest, and you'll also find the complete list on our website, WKYT.com. 5:34 our time on WKYT This Morning.
Well, drivers could actually run into a few delays in Lexington.
Starting at 8:30 this morning, state road crews will be working to fix those potholes out on New Circle Road. WKYT's Victor Puente is live there this morning with a look at what you can expect if you head out. Hey, good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Bill. Yeah, that pothole work is focused on one stretch of New Circle Road and is scheduled to last all day. Now, it's not the first pothole work that's been done since last week's snow and freezing temperatures. Yesterday, emergency pothole repair had to be done on I-75 in Grant County. Today's work will happen on New Circle Road between Versailles Road and Leestown Road. The outer loop will be patched in the morning, the inner loop during the afternoon and evening. Now, this is being done by the State Road Department. If your car is damaged by a pothole on a state road, you may be able to file for reimbursement through the state's Board of Claims. It depends on if that pothole was reported and not repaired within a few days, which is why the board's director says reporting those problems is so important. Now, Lexington Streets and Roads said they're focusing on getting snow off side roads and sidewalks. They say once they're done with that, they'll be turning their attention to potholes on city roads. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Well, new this morning, a Lexington man is set to be arraigned today on charges of child sexual exploitation. 23-year-old Jordan Craig is charged with 20 charges of distributing exploitive material. According to an arrest citation, Twitter reported Craig to police. The social media site said they saw inappropriate material on his account. Police also say they think Craig may have distributed more than what he's initially been charged with.
A Rowan County man has been charged with murder 4 months after a deadly crash. State police say they arrested Dale DeHart on Tuesday after the Rowan County grand jury indicted him. In October, police say DeHart lost control on a curve and hit a tree on Big Perry Road. Police say a passenger in the car, 50-year-old Marilyn Russell, was airlifted to UK hospital but later died. Police have not said what they think led up to the crash.
Well, Lexington police are looking for 2 men this morning who robbed a store at gunpoint. Happened just after 7:30 last night at the Dollar General on Bryan Station Road. Police say 2 men wearing masks pointed a gun at a clerk, and the men then grabbed money from the cash register and ran away.
Some Laurel County firefighters are rallying around a soldier after he lost his home in a fire. Just a few days after returning home from serving his country, a fire destroyed the man's home on Waterwork Road in London. The firefighters who showed up to try to save the home say they were surprised when they found out that the man was in the military. And they say he broke down and started crying, thanking them for their help.
I had never honestly realized, I guess, as long as I've been a firefighter, exactly how much of an impact we actually have on people. And you thank just about everybody there, I do believe, and I thanked him for his service.
Obviously an emotional time there. The soldier is now staying with some relatives, and the Laurel County Fire Department is now accepting donations for him and his family. If you would like to learn more about how you can help out, you can visit our website, WKYT.com. Well, a bill that would change requirements for booster seats has now cleared a State House committee.
If this bill becomes law, it would change height and age requirements. WKYT's Mark Barber is at the live desk with details on these possible changes. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Rebecca. Right now, state law requires children who are under 7 years old and between 40 and 50 inches tall to ride in a booster seat. House Bill 315 would raise those requirements. The bill passed a House committee yesterday and would require children between 40 inches and 57 inches tall and younger than 9 years old to ride in a booster seat. Supporters of the bill say every state that borders Kentucky has already changed the law to 57 inches. Democratic State Representative Steve Riggs says studies have shown that seatbelts don't fit children shorter than 57 inches. On the other side of the debate, opponents argue that booster seats are too expensive for some families and would make it hard for friends or relatives to provide transportation. House Bill 315 is now heading to the full House for a vote. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Well, a Floyd County family is without a home this morning after a mudslide. It happened over the weekend near Prestonsburg. The family says they woke up to the sound of a tree coming through their living room. They were able to make it out safe, but the family says much of the home has been damaged.
I was going crazy. I don't know. I couldn't tell you the feeling. What I wanted to do was get my wife out of the house.
No other homes were damaged by the mudslide. The family is still trying to figure out how much it'll cost to repair the home.
People in Letcher County are mourning the loss of a beloved restaurant owner this morning. Mike Johnson of Mike Johnson's Dairy Barn in Neon died Sunday after a battle with lung cancer. He was 75 years old, very well known. He and his wife Dolores opened a milkshake and hot dog joint back in 1976. Those who knew Mike say he is really going to be dearly missed.
He deserves to be set up on a pedestal somewhere so people can look at him and remember that that was Mike Johnson that kept this corner of the world alive.
Visitation for Johnson was held last night. His funeral will be today at 1 at the Fleming Church of God in Neon. His family says they're not sure yet if they will reopen his dairy bar, but they're getting a lot of encouragement from friends and longtime customers to consider that.
Well, a Northern Kentucky man is back from his adventure, and tonight millions of people will watch as he races around the world for $1 million prize. Kurt Jordan Belcher is a contestant on the new season of The Amazing Race. The 24-year-old pageant consultant from Butler in Pendleton County went looking for adventure and love. He and Bergen Olsen from California are one of 5 blind dating teams competing against 6 dating couples on the hit reality TV show.
So I'm thinking, okay, blind dating on TV, sure, I'll do that. But then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, traveling around the world with somebody you've never met before. Now, that's crazy.
The Amazing Race premieres tonight at 9:30 here on WKYT. And it would not be crazy to watch The Amazing Race.